There guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football. Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. It's the day after another nice win. 4 wins on the bounce. Are Chelsea back? I wouldn't say that just yet. I know people are excited and I'm happy. I gotta be honest, I'm happy. I'm relieved more than anything. I'm relieved. But this football club have given us so many twists and turns that you can't just come off the gas just yet. And especially now, we got Bournemouth on Sunday. We have to win that game. I don't care. Win that game. And look, if Tottenham slip to Sheffield United, that will just be the best thing in the world. If they don't, then obviously we will wait for Man City to beat Man United in the Cup final. And then we can get Europa League football that way. And then we can start looking into next season. But talking about next season, right? We're coming off the back of a great win. And like I said, 4 wins on the bounce. And if I'm not mistaken, we've lost 1 game in 14. I lost track of that one, I got to be honest. That one I didn't... When I heard that today, I was like, really? Like, it doesn't feel like it. But anyway. And that was the Arsenal defeat that we got killed. Ironically, since that Arsenal game, it's like everything changed. Which is weird. But anyway, we're going to come to a certain individual that we've got to discuss alongside all the news that has kicked off today. So we will get into all that. But let's start off at home before we head off away. Pochettino, what's the latest? Here it is. Mauricio Pochettino has support from key figures in the hierarchy ahead of an end-of-season review. Growing feeling he will stay, and any sacking would require unanimous decision. Goes on to say sources believe the club were leaning towards sacking Pochettino a few weeks ago, only for positive results to change the picture. Key figures feel it would be counterproductive to sack him. I feel like there's more that meets the eye here. We have to be logical. I said this on All You Can Eat Chelsea. Great to be back with the lads as well. Is that I do think there is a multiple amount of issues that have occurred at the same time, right? Which has helped, but also where Pochettino has had responsibility for. Now, Ben Jacobs goes into a lot more detail. Let me show you this. We could just read the first one. Bit more on Chelsea's end-of-season review. It was pre-planned even before the first game of the season. The owners and Pochettino agreed to hold a summer appraisal at the midway point of Pochettino's guaranteed contract. He has, obviously, until next season. Next season is where his contract ends. There is an option for an extension of 1 if we were to trigger that. But this whole basically goes into detail about how the whole season is key. Everything will be assessed. The window, the utilization of players, alongside the 2 trips to Wembley. Apparently all the data that supports his cause, but on top of that, the injuries, the recruitment model, everything that we've had this season from minute 1 to minute 90, basically, will be on the table to be analysed and put into question as to whether Poch should stay or not. Now, this is a unique situation. Because I was at a point telling you guys, he's got to go now. And I've said this before. Poch isn't the main issue at the football club, right? I've said that. He's not the main issue. But I lost faith in Pochettino. A faith that, I got to be real, where I wouldn't have lost it if we were seeing what we've been seeing for the last couple of weeks or so now, alongside the results that we're getting. If we'd seen that earlier, I'd be backing him more. I'm still questioning the owners, the directors, their capabilities. I'm still doing all that. I ain't coming off the gas of that very easily. Absolutely not. Because they're the big fish. They're the main reason why we have all this turbulence going on at Chelsea Football Club, right? Their strategy, their model, their data, their way, right? Now, Pochettino is a part of that. I came to the point where we saw Pochettino wasn't changing much. We saw Pochettino wasn't saying much. We saw Pochettino didn't look like he was doing much. And it began to really look like that, yeah, we've just got another yes man on board who's just happy to be here. And that's what I lost faith with. That's what I lost faith with. Tactically, we were seeing all the second halves. Catastrophe. Why? I've said it before, and I will stick to it. First halves belong to players and second halves belong to managers. Simple as that. So I feel like there is a justification for the pressure that Pochettino got by the fan base, right? And especially everyone that lost faith. I feel like that was fair. What I will say, over the last couple of weeks or so, since these results have started coming in, just before that actually, right? His press conferences have changed. His tone has changed. His words have changed. And his tactics have changed. His system has changed. It's all changed. And lo and behold, we're getting results. And lo and behold, he's starting to say and do things that is now beginning to make me go, okay, so you've had this in you the whole time, yeah? Well, it's better late than never. Because that's what I wanted to see from day one. That demand, that no fear, the backbone, the decisiveness, the fact that he doesn't wait till minute 80 to make a sub anymore. He can make it earlier. All of these things. But specifically, making his stance clear publicly and turning it on the club, going, listen, you guys are going to judge me. I'm going to judge you too, by the way. All of these things I wish he was saying earlier. But we have to ask, why now? Why now? I don't know. Maybe, and this is where I say there's a collective amount of issues here. This is where, since the moment that I said a couple of weeks ago, or about a week and a half ago, if you recall, where I said Pochettino has picked his moment perfectly. If this was a chess game, this would be the perfect move that he could have made. The moment when he came out and he started talking about his future at the club, and he started saying about him, his team, about flipping it on him, not just the club, like all of those things came at the perfect moment. Results started to change. He changed his system. We started seeing Cucurella. We started seeing subs. We started seeing the players beginning to praise him publicly. All of this came in motion as the results were coming in at the right time. So he picked his moment beautifully, right? Now, this is where I go back to why. Is it because of the pressure that's on him? Is it because his job is on the line that he's taken drastic action? Is it because the players are all behind him? And this is where I say this is a very different situation to what we're used to at Chelsea. When results plummet at Chelsea, historically, normally dressing room is gone. It's out of the window, manager's on his own, and he's got to go. That's what we're used to. This has been the complete opposite. Results haven't been good, and then they've begun to get good, and then we've seen that the players are actually all behind Pochettino, and they're all playing for him, and now they're delivering, and it's like this is new territory for all of us. We've not really been here before. So all of those things, tactically, mentally, relationships with the players, and the timing at the end of the season for a Europa League spot, as he's got his end of season review, has all come in motion at the perfect time. It's all coincided. So this is where, should Poch stay? Normally, I'd still have my doubts. And I still have my doubts going into next season. But if we beat Bournemouth, if we get Europa League, I have to be honest. And I think anyone can see this now. There's no other options. There's no other options. What other manager can we go for? If we were still 10th, 11th, 12th, we would be in a really bad place right now. Because it would be absolutely evident that he's got to go. But then again, I asked the question, who are we getting in? And if you remember, with the whole Poch out debate, this was one of the questions, despite being Poch out, despite, going, you know what, you got to go, it's done. There was always a fear, who are we getting in? And this is where I always said, I believe we'll go and get De Zerbi. I do not want De Zerbi. And yesterday obviously proved that. I do not want this guy. But who else are we going to go and get? We ain't getting Tuchel. He's staying up Bayern Munich now. We ain't getting anyone else that's top tier yet. They're not available. Are we getting Thomas Frank? Gareth Southgate? Someone said, let's go and get Thiago Motta. He's joining Juve. It's a done deal. It's not happening. Alonso, he's staying. Amorim, he's staying. They're all staying. No one's moving. So, you know what? These results couldn't have come at a better time. Because with the way that we are moving, I have to say, not to say keep Poch, done. No. Give him next season. Give him into next season. And then we will make a judgment. He's not clear. Because you best believe, right? There may be a little bit of calm now. And people may be coming off the gas a little bit. And I feel like there are some people that have switched completely and gone, oh, you know, Chelsea are absolutely fine now. Everything's perfect. It's not. But you best believe if we get Europa League next year, no problem. Cool. Fantastic. I'm very happy. Yeah? Back playing European football. Oh, finally. We must get top 4 next season. End of story. I am not hearing any excuse, even with an injury crisis. I do not care. Next season, because injury crisis should not happen next season. If the club are serious, every single detail would be determined, every single thing would be analysed, and we will prevent any scenario for what we experienced this season to happen again. It won't happen next season. It cannot happen next season. Whatever the problem is, has to have been identified and resolved by the start of next season. I don't care. We've had 2 years of this. We're done. So next season, we go and we play Europa League. Cool, not a problem. But we get top 4. I don't care. If we've managed to get 5th or 6th in these circumstances, there is no reason why not to go and get top 4 next season. And then the season after, I don't care. I want us in a title challenge. Is that too much to ask? 5 years down the line of the new project? Is that too much to ask? Or 4 years? 4 years. Is that too much? I don't think it is. I think that's reasonable. So, if Potter's earned the right to stay, cool, you stay. But don't bend over. And don't return to your old ways. You stick to your guns as you are right now. You stick to your ways right now. You stick to your flexibility, your adaptability, and you keep the relationship with the team. And we'll see how it goes. Because realistically, we can't go and get anyone else right now. What it will do is if next year things are absolutely clear, if we're not going to get top 4, okay, we are going to go and look for another manager. And at that point, we will go and look for someone that's operating top tier. Now, there may be names that we're not so sure about now that we might be sure about next season. Because we're going to see more time. And we'll analyse things then. Who knows? Maybe Poch does turn it around completely. Maybe he does become the guy. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. So, let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. Let's get to the news. I want to mention this very quickly. Somerville has been watched by Chelsea, Aston Villa, Newcastle and Liverpool in recent months, and he would command a fee in excess of £30 million. That's come from the Daily Mail. I got to be real. Yeah, I like Somerville. I like Somerville. And I remember Somerville when he played against us last season when Leeds were in the Premier League. And he can cause turbulence. He can cause a little bit of a madness. He's a good player. But look, you can't buy every single fast winger that you see in the world. And Somerville is a good player who I feel needs one step up to a Palace, let's say, before big clubs come in properly. So even Aston Villa, Newcastle would be perfect for him, I think, in terms of the upgrade from Leeds. Because Somerville is a very good winger for his level. Very fast. His speed is ridiculous, but then again, Mudrik's speed is ridiculous. So, you get the gist. Level is level. He's not our level. Yet. So, I just wanted to mention that before people got carried away. Here's the latest coming out of elsewhere, and let's start off with what I mentioned. Here's Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel set to remain as coach at FC Bayern. This is the result of yesterday's discussions as revealed last night. Bayern now focusing on Tuchel agreement. De Zerbi and Ten Hag are being considered and remain on the list, but the priority is now on Tuchel. Discussions regarding the contract length requested by Tuchel, at least until 2026, are ongoing. It is not a done deal yet. A decision is expected to be made soon. So, this will be done because Tuchel holds all the cards. Now, he's not let's say, being a coward. He has taken advantage of the situation. Right? Bayern have come back to him. And he's gone, oh, so you don't want to get rid of me now, huh? Well, okay, no problem. We do this my way. I want this contract. I want this much. I want this. And he's got the support of senior figures in the team, including Harry Kane. So he's not lost the dressing room either. So this is where Bayern Munich will keep Thomas Tuchel. They'll give him a contract. He's the best option on the table. Who do you take? Tuchel, De Zerbi or Ten Hag? Point proven. Let's move on. France have called up their Euro 2024 squad. And it's shocking. Here's a good thing. N'Golo Kante will be called up to Euro 2024 by Deschamps, reports Canal+. The Al Ittihad midfielder has not yet worn the France jersey since June 3rd, 2022. 2022, since that World Cup final. He has not worn the French jersey because he moved to Saudi, right? Well, Deschamps has come calling him back. But there are big names that have missed out. Here's the French squad announced tonight. Areola, Mignon, Samba, Koundé, Klaus, Pavard, Konate, Saliba, Upamecano, Hernandez, Mendy, Camavinga, Fofana, Rabiot, Zaire-Emery, Tchouameni, Griezmann, Kante, Barcola, Dembele, Coman, Giroud, Kolo Muani, Mbappe and Thuram. That's the squad heading into Euro 2024. There are names that have been missed out here, man. Michael Olise is out. Malo Gusto is out. Simakan is out. Todibo is out. Axel Disasi is out. Guendouzi, Mateus, Musa Diaby, and more. One name that we know as well, Nkunku, but he only just came back from injury, so I get it. But Michael Olise missed out. Leaves a big question mark as to where's Michael Olise going to end up, because he's got 4 countries to choose from. And I'm mentioning this because I've got vested interest in this. He gets to choose between France, England, Nigeria, Algeria. So listen, Michael, you know what to do, yeah? Option 4. We could, come on. But if France are not going to call him up, which is what everyone expected, what's he going to do? But that's that. Some of the other names, though. Gusto. How has Gusto not made it? France have that much depth. They don't need to call Gusto. It's absolutely incredible. It's incredible. Yeah, they got Klaus, Koundé, Pavard. They've not called Gusto. Mad. Big names missing out for France there. So let me know your thoughts on that. Personally, look, I'm happy. It means England have a better chance. Oh, you'd think. We've got Southgate. That kind of nullifies everything. But you get the gist. Let me know your thoughts on that squad. And it's good to see N'Golo back. I'm happy he got called up because N'Golo is N'Golo. What can we say? To wrap up, here's 2 more little things. First thing, this. This is crazy. FIFA plans to allow official league matches to be played abroad. This means we could soon see games like Man United City or Real Madrid Barca in the USA. Yesterday, FIFA formed a working group of 10 to 15 members to explore the idea. What's that word? Oh yeah, greedy. It's funny. It's like they're giving us the Super League without actually having the Super League. Listen, if we're going to do Super League things, we might as well just go and have a Super League. Simple as that. It was the Super League that wanted these games to happen abroad across every flipping continent and country in the world. It was these guys that wanted to play in San Francisco and play in Bangkok and then play in LA and then play in Paris and then we'll play in Cape Town and then we'll play in Dubai and then we'll play in, I don't know, Kuala Lumpur. What are we doing? Oh, sorry. Yeah, money. League matches abroad. Imagine having to fly over to the United States to play match week 33. I mean, what are we doing? What is this? What is this? And then we complain that players get injured. Come on, man. Come on. Dog, we've got to look after the well-being of the players. Oh, yeah, screw it. Get them on the planes. Get them travelling. Start playing these league games abroad. It's a league game. It's called home and away. How are you going to... Who's going to be home? Who's going to be away? Or are we going to play 2 neutral games for the same fixture? One in Cape Town, one in LA. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's crazy. Now, some people will be happy. The worldwide fan base might be going, oh, well, no, but we get to see the teams play in our country. Well, no, cool, I get that. But I'm sorry. Each country has its league. You watch the football that you find in your country. It's as simple as that. We talk about the well-being of the players and the welfare of the players. This is not going to do them any justice. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Pre-season, all of that, not a problem. That's what it's there for. It's a marketing tool for the global fan base. We get it. If you're in Europe, Champions League, you'll find these players travelling across for the Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, not a problem, but that is as far as it should go. What are we doing? Crazy. Anyway. And talking about one bad thing, at least we get one good thing. Here's the one good thing, and this is a solution that not a lot of people thought of, but you know what? This might actually be it. Check this out. New football teams can now face defeat as punishment for racism under a new proposal by FIFA to be voted on at tomorrow's Congress in Bangkok. You know what? I criticize FIFA a lot and all of this, but you know what? I feel like this might actually be a small solution. Because look, you can't stop racism. I don't care how much people want to hear it or they don't want to hear it. The truth's the truth. It's like in the UK, you know, the war on drugs, for example. You ain't stopping it, mate. It's done. It's long gone. The only thing you can do is tell your close ones not to go near. That's it. You can advise people. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. Racism, all these things, it's always going to exist. It's existed for millennia. Millennia and millennia. It will be there when we are gone. It has been there before us. It will continue to be there. Unfortunately, you can try and educate people. You can try and, show people. You can try and get people to understand. You can do what you can to your close ones, your community, the people that you come into interaction with. You can do all of that. You can say that it's wrong. You can show why it's wrong. I respect that, and I think that's a good thing to do. But that is as far as it goes. You can't stop it, right? But on a football pitch, to try and prevent people to stop it, well, why not go for the incentive for why those fans, or so-called fans, are there in the first place? They want their team to win. How much would it sting if they were the reason why their team loses? Maybe that's what makes them think twice. Maybe that's what makes the racist at the ground go, oh, no, you know what? If I say something, I might cost my team the fixture. And then everyone's going to turn on me. Everyone's going to look at me and I might get beaten up or something. So you know what? I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Problem solved. Problem solved. Maybe we've done it. Maybe this is the solution. I hope it is. I hope it is. And look, it's the first time that I've actually looked at anything that FIFA, UEFA have done in this regard, in regards to racism and, no to hate and all of that, where it's more than just a slogan. Because so far, all they've done is try and virtual signal and just throw signals and bend down on a knee. And that's not going to solve anything, let's be honest. This might actually do something. This actually might. We notice one bit of racism, your team has lost. No, end of discussion. End of discussion. That might make the fan think twice. They might. So, I'm actually on board with this one. Maybe it'll work. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one or two. So I'll see you then. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to be here for that. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Tomorrow will be normal content. Saturday will be the preview for the final day. I think we will preview the entire final day. It's got to be done. It won't just be Chelsea-Bournemouth. It will be the final day. In regards to the title race, Europa League spot, Champions League qualifications done. There's nothing else to really play for. So those two things we will discuss on there. But make sure you're here tomorrow for all content, and I will see all of you then. Thank you so much, people. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.